Your jaw has been clenched since 9 a.m. You didn't notice. It just is. Your shoulders are somewhere up near your ears. They have been for so long, you don't even remember what they feel like when they're down. Someone closed a door earlier, and your heart kept pounding for a full 30 seconds after. You can't sit with your back to the door at a coffee shop. You don't know why. Nothing bad happened to you today. So why is your body acting like something did? Here's the part nobody told you. Your body might be remembering something your mind let go of a long, long time ago. Today I'm painting 5 quiet signs your body might be holding on to something, not to label you, not to diagnose you, not to scare you, just so the weird things start making sense. First, let's clear up something most people get wrong. Memory doesn't live only in your brain, it lives in your whole nervous system. In 1994, a Harvard psychiatrist named Bessel van der Kolk published a paper with a title that would become famous in trauma research. He called it "The Body Keeps the Score." After 30 years of working with survivors, here's what he noticed. When something overwhelming happens to you, especially when you're young, especially when you can't escape it, especially when your brain doesn't have the tools yet to process it, your body steps in. It processes for you by staying alert, by holding tension, by remembering in muscles and breath and heartbeat what your mind couldn't put into words. His point isn't that the body stores trauma like water in a bottle. Scientists still debate the exact mechanics. His point is simpler and harder. Your nervous system can keep reacting to a threat your mind has completely forgotten. You might not remember. Your body does. Here are 5 quiet signs. Sign number 1. You flinch at things that aren't dangerous. Someone sets a bowl down on the counter. You jump. A door closes too hard somewhere down the hall, and your heart pounds for 2 full minutes. A friend laughs too loud, and your shoulders snap up to your ears before you understand why. You look around. Nothing is wrong. Nobody is hurt. Everyone else is fine. But your body is certain something just happened. This has a name. Hypervigilance. Inside your brain, there's a small almond-shaped alarm system called the amygdala. Its only job is to scan for threats. In most brains, it sits quietly until there's a real reason to wake up. In a brain that grew up in an unpredictable environment, where a slamming door, a raised voice, a certain look could mean something was about to happen, that alarm gets calibrated higher. It learns to scan constantly, to never trust silence. And here's the cruel part. The alarm doesn't recalibrate on its own, even when you're safe, even 20 years later, even now. Your nervous system isn't paranoid, it's just an old security guard who never got the memo that the war is over. Sign number 2. Your shoulders live up near your ears. Quick check, right now, while watching this, where are your shoulders? If they just dropped 2 inches, hi, we've met before. You don't feel stressed, but your jaw is clenched, your shoulders are floating, your stomach is tight, your hips won't release, your hands won't fully unfurl. You can't remember when any of this started? You honestly can't remember a time it wasn't there. Muscles don't store trauma in any mystical sense, but muscles can hold something else, patterns of bracing, quietly preparing for an impact that may never come. When you grow up in a place where anything could happen, a parent who yelled, a house that wasn't safe, love that came with conditions, your body learns one thing very, very well: stay ready. And 20 years later, in a safe office, in a peaceful kitchen, on a quiet Sunday, your body is still ready. For something that doesn't live there anymore. Your muscles aren't tense. They're standing guard for a kid who finally gets to lay the weapon down. Sign number 3. You can't relax, even when you want to. You go on vacation, 5-star resort, empty schedule, sun on your face, nothing required of you, and you cannot, for the life of you, relax. You still check your phone every 5 minutes. You still scan the lobby. You still feel a low static under your skin that says something must need doing. You sit by the pool and feel almost uncomfortable, like you're doing it wrong. This isn't workaholism. It isn't a personality flaw. It isn't even anxiety exactly. This is what scientists call nervous system dysregulation. A neuroscientist named Stephen Porges at Indiana University spent decades mapping the autonomic nervous system. His research describes 3 states your body can be in: safe and connected, calm, open, social, fight or flight, mobilized, alert, ready to move, freeze and shut down, collapsed, numb, far away. A nervous system that grew up around stability learns to move easily between these states. It rests when it's safe. A nervous system that grew up without that rarely got to feel safe, sometimes never fully learns the first state at all. Calm doesn't feel like calm. It feels like the moment before something goes wrong. You're not bad at relaxing. Your nervous system just never learned what safe feels like. Sign number 4. You get sick or exhausted after stressful events. You just finished a brutal 3-week deadline. You delivered, you won. You should feel free, and instead, you're sick. A fever maybe. A cold that came out of nowhere. Your body just folded. Or this. You had a hard fight with someone you love. You handled it. You stayed calm. You said the right things. The next morning, your body collapses. Migraine. bone-deep exhaustion. You can't get out of bed. Or this. You visited family for a week. You held it together the whole time. You smiled. You navigated everyone. And then the week after, you lose an entire weekend of sleep. Not regular sleep, recovery sleep. The kind that feels almost involuntary. Doctors have a name for this. Post-stress collapse. Some call it the letdown effect. When you grow up needing to hold steady through chaos, your body learns one extraordinary skill. It learns to delay collapse until the threat has passed. It keeps you upright, it carries you through, it does not let you fall while there's still danger in the room. But here's the thing about the fall, it still has to happen, it just gets postponed. By 3 days, by a week, sometimes longer, your body didn't fail you after the stress, it just waited until it was safe to fall. Sign number 5, certain voices, tones, or looks hit like a punch. Someone uses a tone, just a tone, slightly sharper than usual, and your stomach drops straight through the floor, your face heats up, your heart picks up. You are defending yourself before you've even decided what's happening. They're not angry. You can see they're not angry. They might just be tired. They might just be in a hurry. You know this somewhere in your rational mind. You know this, but your body is already in another room. Or this. A boss glances at you in a meeting. Just a flick of the eyes, and your stomach sinks for the rest of the afternoon. Or this. A friend texts back, fine. Just fine. And you are gone for the next 3 hours, scanning every text you ever sent them. This is something psychologists call implicit memory. It's memory that doesn't live in words. It lives in body sensations. Your brain might not remember exactly who used that tone with you when you were 7, or 11, or 16. Your body remembers the shape of the threat, the texture of the silence that came after, the way the air felt right before things went wrong, all of it stored somewhere underneath language. You're not overreacting. You're remembering, just not with words. Now here's the part that, for some of you, might change everything. There's a good chance you've been angry at your body. Angry that it flinches. Angry that it won't relax. Angry that it gets sick when you finally have time off. Angry that a slightly raised voice can take you out for an entire afternoon. You've probably wished more than once that your body would just behave. I want you to hear this carefully. Your body is not betraying you. Your body is a witness. In a moment, somewhere in your story, when your mind couldn't process what was happening because it was too big or too painful or you were too young to understand any of it, your body did something extraordinary. It remembered for you. It stayed alert when you couldn't. It held tension so you could keep moving. It scanned the room. It tracked the threat. It did all the work of staying safe while you focused on simply surviving the day. That is how it kept you here. Every quiet sign you saw in this video, the flinch, the locked shoulders, the inability to rest, the late collapse, the body that reads tones faster than words, those are not symptoms of a body that broke. Those are the fingerprints of a body that fought for you in a moment when you really needed someone to fight for you. Your body isn't broken from what happened. It's how you survived what happened. Here's the last thing I want you to hear. You cannot think your way out of this. A lot of us try. We read books. We watch videos like this one. We analyze. We journal. We try to understand our way to peace. But trauma doesn't live in the language part of the brain. It lives in the body. And you cannot fully heal something with words that was never built out of words. This video isn't here to fix anything in you. There's nothing in you that needs fixing. This video is here so you can be seen. If you recognize yourself in 2 or 3 of these signs, please hear me. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. Your body has been carrying things for you, very quietly, for a very long time. Maybe nobody noticed. Maybe you didn't either. And if any of this is making your daily life heavier than you want to carry alone, there are people trained specifically for this kind of work. Somatic therapists, EMDR practitioners, trauma-informed therapy. They exist. They are real. And you don't have to figure this out by yourself. Your weird body isn't betraying you. It's been carrying something heavy for you, quietly, for a long time. Maybe it's time to thank it. Painted simple. If this video made something in you go quiet, that wasn't sadness. That was your body finally hearing someone say, I see you. Subscribe to Painted Brain. Every week, I take one weird thing your brain or body does and paint it simple. The stuff nobody told you. The stuff you've been quietly carrying. Take care of yourself this week. I'll see you in the next one.